Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How you doing today? Hope you're having a great day. Everything's going your way today. I want to talk today about just a quick video to show you the importance of working on your 401k investments. For a lot of you, this is the second biggest asset that you have. Maybe it's your home and you're working to pay that off. But that 401k, years go by. You keep putting money in there and you go, oh, I don't know. There's just so many investments. I don't know. Just growth. Just pick something. Target date fund. That'll work. Well, a lot of times there's room to do better. And every single one of our customers that wants us to do this for them, we'll actually go through and dig through your 401k. And some customers like to see the details. Some people say, just tell me what to invest. I trust you, man. Just if it does better and I can get more growth for less cost or something, let me know. And I want to show you an example today. Thomas, one of our customers, allowed us to show this video here with you today. So I want to share with you what we did. Thomas had a 401k, gave me no indication that he'd spent any effort really digging into his 401k to see if he was using it as efficiently as possible. I always find that exciting because then that means I get a chance to shine. And if I can prove that we're saving him more and he's getting more growth than what it's ever going to cost him to work with us, then it means I might have a customer for life. So I'm willing to dig in and do this. And Thomas's took a little bit more effort because, as you guys know, 401ks don't always have many choices. So sometimes we have to get a little particular. So I spent quite a bit of time on this one, and I want to share with you guys the results. Let's hop over to the charts. Here you go. Here's his current investment mix. Now, there's really just some data here to share with you. He's getting a 1.5% dividend. He's 83% stocks, 7% bonds, right? He's got a little volatility in there, but it's not very high, actually, compared to the market. He's paying 0.71% total expense ratios for his overall portfolio. And max drawdown is just something to look at, like what's the worst it's ever fallen throughout the lifespan there. And his average annualized total return. So we want to see, like, on average, what's he expected to get? 7.79%. Minus the expense ratio, of course, plus the dividend. So he's doing well. I mean, it's looking pretty good there. Here's his current holdings down here at the bottom. He's got a target date fund for the most part, 85%. And then I noticed there was a lot of little stragglers in there. There's just a lot of little bond funds, some international and stuff, but nothing of real value. What is 1% going to do anybody? So I said, all right, well, let's dig in and see what we can figure out here. So I took a look at all of his positions, and we went into Thomas's account, and here's what we generated. Less dividend. Wait a minute. What are you doing, man? You got rid of my dividend. We were at 1.51. We're at 1.34. Yes, but look at the expense ratio. 50 basis points. We cut right off the top right there, right? So over here, he's at 0.71. Take 5 off of that, you got 0.31. So he's paying next to nothing now to have this. He's saving 0.5% right there. So even if I didn't change a single thing additionally and try to get him more growth, he's saving 0.5%. That adds up, right? That's real money there over time. You can see we barely made any real adjustments, although we changed a lot of the funds. He's 90% stocks now. He's got 3% bonds. The rest of it is sort of cash and money market inside of the fund. So if you're wondering why that doesn't add up to 100%, that's why. Some of these mutual funds have a cash component, or they'll have like a money market sort of, they all call them something different. Think of it as like a high interest savings account. You can see his max drawdown there, 17.86%. If we go back, we're actually giving him a slightly less volatile portfolio, although that's not technically true. It's a touch more volatile, but very, very, very small. So he's not going to experience any more day-to-day volatility than he's used to already seeing, but in exchange, we're trying to get him a little more growth. So we changed him out here. Got him some growth funds. We got him the Admiral fund was available to him. We got an S&P fund in there. We reduced the number of funds, but juiced it in a way that gave him more growth for less cost overall. So now, if we can go compare his performance, here is where he was, and here is where he is now. The purple line is what he currently has there. Not bad. Currently performing pretty nicely. You can see up at the top the 7.79% average annualized returns before adding that dividend and taking out the costs, of course. And our suggestion really beefed up his performance. He's now adding the potential to be at 10.76%, of course, adding in another percent, 1.3 for the dividend. Let's just call it 1% because you take out the 0.3 for the total cost and everything. So he's basically looking at almost 12% in terms of growth that he wasn't going to get, right? So we've got a 4% difference there by simply adjusting the funds inside of his account. Now, this is how it's currently performing. There's obviously no reason I can say that it's going to continue to perform that way, but he's now in a position where he's got a portfolio that has the ability to move a little bit faster. Has nothing to do with the overall stock market. You know, when people say past performance is not indicative of future returns, well, if you have the speed right, then it kind of is, right? Because if the stock market's moving 80 miles an hour and you're moving at 40, okay, if the stock market goes sideways for a while, you're going to slowly go sideways. Okay, no problem. But if the markets wake up and continue going again, how can you say it's not indicative of past results, right, or indicative of future results if you're driving a car or built a portfolio that's moving as fast as you want it to go? So maybe some adjustments to be made in there. But overall, Thomas is now in a position where he's going to generate just a little bit more, that 4%. Let's cut it in half and say he only gets 2% going forward next 10 years or something. That's 2% on average that he wasn't going to get previously. And I love it, man. I love digging into that sort of thing there. And so I like to share these from time to time whenever we can dial in and really fix it. Now, sometimes people come to us, they got their 401ks, we're managing their Roths or whatever, and they're pretty dialed in. There's just a matter of saving them a little bit of money, and sometimes it's a matter of saying, yo, you want to be aggressive. You're ready for growth. Not all in growth, but you're ready for a little more growth. You know, we need to fine-tune this a little bit. So wanted to share that with you. Thank you, Thomas, for allowing us to share that publicly with everybody today. If you need help with like your Roth, you're investing for the long term, and you're like, okay, Dustin, you take it. I'll use the portfolios you have. They're all expense-free, by the way. You want to do that. Our service, what we do here at Jazz is to say, we want to help with everything. If you have a 401k, a 457, some other plan that we don't know about, an individual account, some other IRA, just not ready to transfer over to us yet, I still want to help you with it. Because at the end of the day, I need to take your basket of dough and I need to get it to where it needs to be as efficiently as possible with as much growth to hit your goals. And something I'm passionate about. So I'd like to help out with that. If I helped you in some way today, or you found this useful, maybe you'll hit the subscribe button or hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that. Join us later. We got the closing beat coming up, 5 o'clock Eastern every day. It's live on our YouTube channel, Jazz Wealth Managers. You can come join us there. We'll go over the stock market, all the good, the bad, and the ugly for the day. In the meantime, I'll thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.